Hey YouTube, I'm Justina and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about how being spiritual just changed my life for the better. And me being a spiritualist, you know, I'm just, I'm lost for words because I've seen my life change right in front of me. And my life changed for the better, and from this point on my life will still change for the better. I'm full of abundance, I'm prosperity, and I just know that the universe has my back and always had my back and always been with me. But before I, get into the topic and talk about it a little more, can you please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at @I am_Justina Nicole. But I've been a divine feminine, a spiritual being for the past 3-4 years, and my life just changed right before my eyes, and it changed for the better. And once I became spiritual, it was like an awakening for me. And before I had this awakening, I was the walking dead. I was just walking around here, didn't have no purpose, didn't know what was my purpose, didn't know what I'm supposed to do with myself, my life. It was just no clue. I didn't know who I was. And me being a spiritual person, me being spiritual has taught me to have my own identity. All those other religions, I'm not gonna name them, but this is my opinion. My opinion, with the other religions and stuff, you don't have an identity. Like I said, this is my opinion. I just feel like you don't have an identity of your own because you're taught to worship Jesus, for example. And I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, okay? Like I said, this is my opinion. I feel like most people, all people damn near, was taught to worship Jesus, and it was forgetting themselves in the process. What I mean by that is, as much as you're worshiping Jesus, you can be worshiping yourself. And being spiritual has taught me, love thyself. Take care of thyself. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. And once I've done that, that's when I noticed that my life has changed. My life took a whole 360. But at first, I used to, be a Christian and stuff like that. I'm not knocking no religions. I'm just saying, for me, once all that energy I was putting into praying to Jesus and stuff like that, I was neglecting myself, because I could have been talking to myself, praying to myself, uplifting myself, okay? And once I became spiritual, that's when I started having a more better relationship with myself. When I was partaking in other religion groups, I didn't have a relationship with myself. I was taught to have a relationship with Jesus or God. But being spiritual, you are a God. It's already in you. But I didn't know that when I was taught to always pray to Jesus. And now that I'm spiritual, I take real good care of myself. I have a great relationship with myself and the universe, aka God. God, myself, a God as well. And me just being spiritual, I noticed that my finances increased. My mental health has been good. Like, I haven't been like financially struggling like how I was before. It's like my life just really changed before my eyes. Like, once I started pouring into myself, that's when I noticed that my environment and things around me started to change. My mind frame started to change. The way I view people, my perception, like everything about me started to change once I became spiritual. But it was like a higher consciousness that I was being introduced to. And at first I didn't understand what was going on with me, but once I established a real authentic relationship with myself and I started to accept myself for who I am and who I'm meant to be, that's when I just noticed like everything around me has changed. The type of people I was hanging around with, I don't hang with them anymore. The type of things I used to do, I'm not into it anymore. And I just feel like all that ties within me being spiritual. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with being, a Christian or anything like that. It's nothing wrong with it. But for me, it just didn't work out with me. And you just have to do what's best for you. I feel like we are taught to worship this person, do this, do that, do this, do that, but we're neglecting ourselves because we're not establishing a true relationship with ourselves to know enough what we like, what we want to do, we've been taught our whole lives to do things a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way, but we never, I'm just speaking for myself. I never had a chance to sit down and figure out, like, okay, what is Justina? Who is she? What do she like? What type of men she into? What's her pet peeves? I never had a real genuine relationship with myself until I became spiritual. And me just being spiritual has been one of the best decisions I have ever made, because not only I have a great relationship with myself, but I have a great relationship with the universe, my ancestors, deities, spirit guides, guardian angels, source, mother nature. I have a great relationship with all of that, okay? And they haven't failed me. Everything is just abundant for me. And I'm so grateful to have my ancestors, to be able to say and make this video. Like, I know it may sound crazy, but it's nobody but my ancestors had got me this far where I'm at in life. My ancestors and me putting faith in myself and believing in myself that I can do anything that I want to do, versus relying on, deities or Jesus or whatever, things that I really don't have nothing in common with. Jesus is a white man or whatever. I don't have nothing in common with. Like I said, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but that's all I have to say for this video. I'm a spiritual person. I'm proud of who I am. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm a divine feminine. I am a spiritual being. Love thyself. I love myself. I love people, and I love doing right by people and making sure that I'm helping people. And I mean, that's just who I am. That's just me, and I embrace it. But that's it for this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.